What you talking about now, Cine? I don't know, but you're gonna get some nuggets out of it though. But first, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn that bell on. There's a new video series dropping every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the random jam session whenever I'm in my bag. You do not want to miss out. Also, be sure to check out my books, man. The link's in the description below, right along with my vegan class if you're trying to go plant-based and stay plant-based. I'm telling you, it works. Oh, and lastly, be sure to follow me on Instagram at _just_scene_. The nuggets I don't put over here, I put over there, so you can always get me when you need me. But you ain't really coming for all of that. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out. You're losing the mind that was given to you. This is why it's easy to step into the sixth chakra, which is blocked by illusion, because you understand now. But I'm gonna go back down to that one. So with the lies that you hear and the lies that you speak, when you start speaking what your truth is, what your reality is, and what is, you know what I'm saying, set for you, what is attached and associated with that? Oh, conspiracy theorists. Here come one, he's like, this is one of the motherfuckers things that get me the most, right? When melanated people talk about progression of melanated people, and they started talking about the history and the greatness of melanated people, why the fuck do melanated people always come out and say, here come this melanated motherfucker, this pro-black melanated motherfucker? Like, do you see how it knocks you back down? So then when you get to that point where it's just like, I don't even want to deal with these motherfuckers, right? That's a hard point. That's the hard pill to swallow, because in order to truly master the lies that you've been told and the lies that you spoke, and then deal with the grief of knowing, it's very, very grievous to know that somebody who looks like you has this mental capacity that could potentially be like yours, who comes from the same lineage of yours, cannot get this shit. That fucking breaks your heart. That breaks your heart. That makes you grieve for the shit, because you're just like, I don't even want to help. I don't even want to try. Like, why? You feel me? That's why it's so easy to go back down to the rest of them. You know, some motherfuckers want to stay in survival mode. And this is why, as melanated people, we stay operating from the root chakra level. And mostly, if we do ascend, it's to the sacral. And this is why we're so sex driven. You feel what I'm saying? This is why they say we're so sex driven. Everything is so over sexualized for us. If we ever tap into our personal identity, the game's fucked up. The game's over. But, you know, this is why they have to make themselves the standard. But you got to break that through the lies and shit. And it's like, how the fuck can the recessive stock of genetics be the standard when dominant genetics is still here? But I'm talking about chakras. My bad. So so we understand that, you know, the throat chakra is blocked by lies that you speak and lies that you tell. So then when you start to understand that, then that's how you're able to identify the illusion. That's how you're able to identify the illusion and go to the brow chakra, first eye. Now here's the reason why I call it the first and not the third. I still have that. It's just like I have a different thought process sometimes. When I understand something, I have to internalize it for my understanding to maintain itself. So if I understand that the third eye is actually the eye that I need to be using, as opposed to the first two, I should not put that to the backseat of the first two and give it in a hierarchical system, give it a position that is inherently inferior to the first two eyes. Like there's no way, like I can't say that this is the greater eye and put it inherently behind the first two, because if we look at trophies, if we look at competition, first, second, third, if you have something, third is after the first two. It's fucking simple. You feel what I'm saying? But when you put that first, then the rest of the other two fall behind it. That's just something that I do, because when I call it the first, I acknowledge its importance and its significance, and I maintain that subconscious thing, you know, even to the unconscious mind, to where you're able to act it out and shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not too deep into that. So with all of these things being considered, you know, from the third eye chakra is blocked by illusion. This is where your inner eye comes in. Your inner eye, where you're not able to see things on a different level to where everything can start making connections. You feel what I'm saying? You're able to see things. I'll give an example of a third eye connection that you can make, right? That seems like there's certain things that'll be like, yo, this is completely unrelated. But then when you break it down, you see how relatable it really is, right? And this point is also going to prove why it's very, very important to understand your belief system to a T. Understand it before you leave it. I will say that I'm not one of these motherfuckers who's going to say, I made a conscious choice to leave mine because I know it. You feel what I'm saying? It's not because I'm angry. It's not because I misinterpreted some shit or it's the contradictions in the shit. That shit is irrelevant to me. Them shits are minute. I don't give a fuck about those. It's the whole dynamic of understanding the bitch. Like, it's understanding the bitch. I'm telling you, from beginning to end, you start to make the connections. And then you start to see it from a higher dynamic of life. And that comes from having that third eye vision, first eye vision. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not, you got to be able to, in order to see through the illusion, you got to go through it. You can't just walk away from the shit. You got to go through the shit. Even if it hurts, you got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?